In Islam, religious festivals and observances hold profound significance, deeply embedded in the spiritual lives of Muslims and reflecting core aspects of their faith. Among these, Ramadan, Eid-ul-Fitr, and Eid-ul-Adha stand out as pivotal events that not only structure the Islamic calendar but also embody key religious principles. Ramadan, the 9th month of the Islamic lunar calendar, is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, which are the foundational acts of worship and practice for Muslims. Observing Ramadan involves fasting from dawn until sunset for the entire month, making it a time of deep spiritual reflection, self-discipline, and worship. Fasting, or Sawm, during Ramadan is not only an act of obedience to God's command but also a way to cultivate empathy for those who are less fortunate, as it involves abstaining from food, drink, and other physical needs. The experience of fasting is intended to purify the soul, increase mindfulness of God, and foster a sense of solidarity with the global Muslim community, known as the Ummah. The act of fasting during Ramadan is seen as a means to attain taqwa, or piety, which is the consciousness of God that guides Muslims in their everyday lives. It is a time when Muslims focus on their relationship with God, engage in increased prayer, recite the Quran, and seek forgiveness for their sins. Ramadan culminates in a night known as Laylat ul-Qadr, or the Night of Power, believed to be the night when the Quran was first revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. This night is considered the most sacred in the Islamic calendar, and worship on this night is believed to be especially blessed. Eid-ul-Fitr, which marks the end of Ramadan, is a joyous festival that celebrates the completion of a month of fasting and spiritual growth. It falls on the first day of Shawwal, the 10th month of the Islamic calendar. The festival begins with a special prayer service held in mosques and open spaces, where Muslims gather to thank God for giving them the strength to complete the fast and to seek forgiveness and mercy. The prayer is often followed by a sermon, and the day is marked by communal celebrations, feasting, and the giving of Zakat ul-Fitr, a form of charity that is obligatory for all Muslims who are able to give. This charity ensures that even the poorest members of the community can participate in the celebrations. Eid-ul-Fitr is a time for Muslims to come together with family and friends, exchange gifts, and enjoy festive meals. It also serves as a reminder of the values of compassion, generosity, and unity that are emphasized during Ramadan. The festival is a moment of gratitude, where Muslims reflect on the spiritual benefits gained during Ramadan and carry those lessons forward into their daily lives. Eid-ul-Adha, also known as the Festival of Sacrifice, is another major Islamic festival, celebrated approximately 2 months after Eid-ul-Fitr during the month of Dhul-Hijjah, the final month of the Islamic calendar. Eid-ul-Adha commemorates the willingness of the Prophet Abraham, to sacrifice his son Ishmael, in obedience to God's command. According to Islamic tradition, just as Ibrahim was about to sacrifice his son, God provided a ram to be sacrificed in his place, rewarding Ibrahim's faith and submission. This event is remembered during Eid-ul-Adha, where Muslims who are financially able perform the qurbani, the ritual slaughter of an animal, typically a sheep, goat, cow, or camel. The meat from this sacrifice is then divided into 3 parts, 1/3 for the family, 1/3 for relatives and friends, and 1/3 for the poor and needy. This act of sacrifice reflects the values of obedience, humility, and charity, central to Islamic faith. Eid-ul-Adha coincides with the Hajj pilgrimage, one of the 5 pillars of Islam, during which millions of Muslims travel to Mecca to perform a series of rituals that commemorate the actions of Ibrahim and his family. Even for those not performing Hajj, Eid-ul-Adha is a time of reflection on the principles of sacrifice, devotion, and the importance of helping those in need. Together, Ramadan, Eid-ul-Fitr, and Eid-ul-Adha encapsulate the spiritual essence of Islam, emphasizing the importance of faith, self-discipline, charity, and community. Ramadan, as a pillar of Islam, fosters a deep connection with God through fasting and prayer. Eid-ul-Fitr celebrates the spiritual achievements of Ramadan and the renewal of commitment to Islamic values. Eid-ul-Adha commemorates the profound act of faith and submission by Ibrahim, encouraging Muslims to embody these virtues in their own lives. These festivals are not only times of worship and celebration but also opportunities for Muslims to reaffirm their faith and strengthen the bonds of the global Muslim community.